REDTIGER F17 versus REDTIGER F7NP. And the real question is whether the extra money buys you coverage you'll actually use, because the F17 adds a third camera pointed at the cabin, while the F7NP just watches the road ahead and behind. If nobody rides in your car but you, that inside view can be money doing nothing. Though skip it and you've got no proof of what happened in the back seat. By the end, you'll know which one fits you. Let's break it down. Start with coverage, because that's the whole reason these two cost different money. The F17 runs 3 channels at once with a 4K front camera, a 1080 rear, and a 1080 camera pointed at the cabin. And you can flip the inside one off if you'd rather record 4K front plus 1080 rear. That cabin view is the piece the F7NP simply doesn't have. If you drive rideshare, if you've got kids in the back, if you ever lend the car out, that inside angle is the difference between your word and actual footage. The F7NP, meanwhile, sticks to front and rear, and for a solo commuter, that's honestly the full picture of what matters, since almost every incident you'll ever need to prove happens outside the car, not inside it. One thing to keep straight on the F17, though. 3 cameras doesn't mean 3 equally good cameras, because the rear channel is reported to be noticeably softer than that front view. Same story on the F7NP's rear, only there you're paying less for it. Extra coverage is real value, but don't buy it expecting 3 sharp angles. That's what they see. Whether they're still watching when the car is off is a separate question. Both models offer parking protection with time-lapse and collision detection, and here's the part people miss. Neither one does it off the cigarette lighter because that socket usually dies with the ignition, so you need constant power wired in before parking mode does anything at all. The difference is what shows up at your door. This F7NP comes bundled with the OBD hardwire kit, so the piece you need is already there. With the F17, parking mode is listed as needing the extra hardwire kit, and that's the objection I'd take most seriously if parking damage is your main worry, since you can't just plug it in and assume you're covered overnight. Either way, running that rear cable and the constant power line is real work, not a 5-minute job. Wiring done, the question becomes whether the footage actually holds up when it's dark. Both use a Starvis 2 sensor with WDR and HDR, and both are solid for city driving after sundown. But I'd temper expectations on the marketing here. The F17 is described by people who look at this stuff closely as fine at city speeds and less impressive for reading plates at highway speed in the dark, and it has no CPL filter, so windshield reflections can wash into the shot. The F7NP gets more consistent praise on front night footage specifically, with a wide aperture and a front-only focus, though its 4K label draws pushback from serious dashcam folks who argue the sensor isn't producing true native 4K. My take: don't overthink the resolution number on either one. For daytime plates and clear incident evidence, they both do the job. And at night, the F7NP's front camera is the stronger of the two. Setup is straightforward on both if you can tuck a cable behind trim, and people with zero car experience get through it. The apps are where it gets annoying. On the F17, the Wi-Fi defaults to off every startup, so you hold a button, connect your phone to the camera's own hotspot, and only then can you pull clips. And you have to be standing at the car to do it. Nothing syncs from your couch. The F7NP works the same way and picks up its own scattered complaints about dropped connections. Neither app is a strong point. What's in the box tilts differently, though. Both ship with a memory card and mounting hardware, so you're recording the day it arrives. The F17 bundle includes the 64GB card, and this F7NP listing pairs the camera with the OBD hardwire kit, which is the accessory that actually unlocks parking mode. So where does the money go? The F17 costs quite a bit more, and that extra buys you the third camera and the cabin coverage. Full stop. There's one buyer whose take on the F17 lines up with everything else I see. All 3 cameras come out clear, even driving into the setting sun, and I love having the inside one when I've got my nephews in the car. Installing it myself was fast, and I didn't need a shop. The F7NP is the cheaper option, and it isn't cheaper because it's a lesser camera on the road ahead. It covers front and rear with the same sensor family, throws in the hardwire kit, and skips the cabin view you may never need. Here's the call. For most people watching this, the F7NP is the smarter buy because it protects you where incidents actually happen. It holds up better on a dark road ahead of you, and it arrives with the wiring you need already in the box. Where the F17 earns its higher price is passengers. If you drive rideshare, or you've got kids and family riding along, and you want a record of what went on behind you, that third camera is worth the money, and I'd get it without hesitating. But if you're commuting alone and nobody's back there, you'd be paying for an angle you'll never open, and you'd still have to buy the wiring separately before you can watch the car overnight. And you, which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. Links below in the description.